Good morning. So I'm nearly done with my cup of coffee. I haven't had anything to eat. I think I'm going to try to hydrate today. So I did not fix my juicer yesterday. That was one of the things that was still left on my to-do list, which I'm going to try and figure out today. I did do a little research, tried to find how to fix it on the website because it's definitely out of warranty. Most small appliances only have a 1-year warranty, and I purchased it March of 2012. So it's out of warranty at this point. So I need to figure out how to swap out the part that's broken. And maybe I'll show that to you guys after my next meeting in 20 minutes. So I've already seen the girls. They're very happy. They have a clean coop. There was one brown egg, which I have already put away in the fridge. And let me know, actually, there was a question that I had. Yesterday I shared with you guys my to-do list for the day. Is that something that you are interested in seeing? Because if you are, I'll just continue posting them on my blog, and as I complete things I will cross them off. That will hold me accountable, plus it'll give you another little glimpse into kind of the things that I have to take care of. So today I'm back to work after being off for a week. So I only had 289 emails that I have to go through. Some are just FYI, so I can peruse and delete. Others are I need to take action on, so that's what I'm going to be working on this morning in between a couple of my meetings. And then sadly, the first 2 emails that I read from last Monday was that 2 co-workers lost their fathers. So I will need to be making at least a couple more sympathy cards, which I think I'm going to stick with the design that I find simple yet elegant and to the point. And maybe I'll share that with you guys later because I want to put those in the mail today. And what else do I have to do today? So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do is still let me know. I am curious whether you want to see my to-do list. If not, I mean, I'll still, I still use to-do lists. I still make to-do lists. I just might not make them, public on my blog. But if you find it helpful or informative or just interesting, I don't know how interesting a to-do list could be, but just as a tip, I usually start my to-do list with something that I have already accomplished for the day, something I've already done, completed, so I can cross it off, check it, change the color of it, whatever way I choose to mark it being done, in part to serve as motivation, because I know that there are times where the last thing you want to do is just one more task, but things still need to get done. So I'm hoping that serves as a helpful hint. So I'm gonna try to put a nice dent into my email inbox, and then I'm going to be setting up maybe during my lunch break this fabulous new I think this is Apex file effects in A5 that Becca sent me, and this is going to serve as a way for me to track and stay on top of all of my YouTube and YouTube and blog and by request things, because I'm having I think it'll be easier for me to do that. I will do the setup in a separate video only because not everyone's interested in organizational things and file effects and all that stuff, so I'll do that separately. But I have a couple of ideas of how I want to use that how I want to use that file effects. So I thought that would be really lovely. And just so you know, I don't name my file effects. I see them more as pretty utilitarian tools, and I know a lot of people who decorate them, and I think they're great. And if that's I mean, I guess that is the cool thing about using something that you can customize. You could make it what you want it to be. And majority of mine, or the ones that I use that are in my possession, I use them in a utilitarian function, and I do add a few pretty things to them, but not anything. I don't decorate weekly. I don't find that that is me. Although I can appreciate when I see others, I just don't find that it's not me. I might have a stamp here or there, but I need a sip of coffee. But that's pretty much it. So I will do that in a separate video, my setup. And then I know I owe a video on the one-step looper, so I'm gonna grab some supplies and maybe use some of those gorgeous beads that Becca sent me as a sample, because I'm gonna make a bracelet for myself. So that's just a quick overview of what's up for today. Paulie has an earlier day, so you might hear him later on this afternoon. He's gone for the morning. There's a couple of things that he has to do at work, and then he has a quick appointment he has to swing by, and then he will be here. And I've already created a little task list for him for this afternoon, so he feels like he gets stuff accomplished as well. And then tonight's meal, and this is something that we chatted about quickly this morning, we have spaghetti squash, and today is Meatless Monday, so I was going to make roasted spaghetti squash in the oven, cut in half, olive oil, salt, black pepper, cut side down on a cookie sheet, and then roasted at high heat, like 425, 450, so it gets nice and caramelized. And he said he wants potato latkes. So I suppose I could make both, and whatever leftover potato latkes can be a side for Tuesday's meal, but we haven't quite decided yet, so I'll keep you abreast of it. And there's my notification that I have a meeting in a few minutes, so I'm gonna boogie and get that done, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Wow, there's a lot of leaves down. And I brought my kale chip snack outside. I thought I'd... Shocker. I'm just shocked. Hey, why is your ear down again? Alright, so I'm gonna have a little snack outside in between meetings. And I don't know about anybody else, but I really love hearing the rustling of the leaves. I hear the girls cooing. I'll check after I have my snack. I'll check to see if there's any more eggs. In the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy my kale chips. Oh, hold on, I'll show you what they look like. He's back. So there's my kale chips, and they smell so good and they're tasty. And my husband doesn't want any, so it's more for me. Oh, and that's one of the nail colors. I think it's called Sweet Beet from the New Black collection that has the... Sorry, my glasses keep sliding. Oh, I think it's in the low 60s today. 62, 63, something like that. So, gotta enjoy the outdoors for a little bit. Because I have back-to-back meetings after 1. We got 1, 2, and a 3:30. You hear the girls talking. Hi, Mush. She'll find a nice little patch of sun and then relax. Okay, snack time. I warmed up some leftover veggies from the stir fry. A couple of days ago, there was no meat in it because I had the meat separated. So this counts as a lovely Meatless Monday lunch. And I still haven't fixed my juicer, so I'm going to try it after lunch. I'm just taking a little break, about 20 minutes or so. And yeah, the rice is all gone, but that's okay. That's more than enough veggies. Should keep me satisfied. So I'm getting ready to put the spaghetti squash in the oven. I have the oven preheated at 425. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil, salt and black pepper, and then turn them upside down to let them caramelize. And then to make the quick sauce, I'm going to use 2 Morningstar mushroom patties and a can of Italian style tomatoes and some red pepper flakes. I'll doctor it up for flavor. I was even debating adding some spinach, but we'll see. We'll see what Pa's in the mood for. So I'll show you what these look like once they're ready to go in the oven. There you go, all done. So why turn them upside down? 2 reasons. 1, I want a caramelization on the outer skin. 2, the concave interior is going to create a little steam kind of center, so it will cook nicely. And this quarter sheet pan, and I'm doing this with my left hand, fits these nicely. And then when they're done, I'm going to use a fork, scoop out the center, and add it to my sauce. So that'll be the quote-unquote spaghetti. So I'll show you what they look like when they're done. This is the inside of the spaghetti squashes, and there were 2. I cut them lengthwise because it's the easiest way to then scrape them out once they're baked with a fork. I think I'm going to pick out the seeds and roast them. They're like pumpkin seeds. And then the flesh I'll give to the chickens tomorrow for a treat. Squashes out of the oven, and the way you know it's ready is if you run a fork and it turns into these spaghetti strands. So I'm going to scrape that. But first I'm going to make the sauce, and for that I'm using, just heating up my favorite pan. And I've gotten questions. This is a Hensel pan. Oh, I probably should have shown it to you. I'll include a link to the cooking.com site where I got the 10-inch and the 8-inch pans. I love them. I use them for everything. Although I do have to contact them. There seems to be a spot right here that is becoming, it's supposed to be non-stick because it's ceramic, but it's starting to stick, so I need to contact them. And that's actually why I've been waiting to do a review, to make sure that I can truly recommend the product. So I'm just gonna turn the camera off for a second and grab my Morningstar mushroom burger, which I've cut into little cubes, and that's gonna be the base of the sauce, and then also grab my can of Italian style tomatoes. So there's the 2 diced Morningstar mushroom burgers, and I'm getting a nice crisp on all the surface area. That's actually why I diced it instead of crumbling it. It'll be a nice contrasting texture in the sauce. And then I have Italian style stewed tomatoes with basil and garlic and oregano and a little bit of ricotta cheese. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use. And then I have Parmigiano Reggiano. And I just have just about a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan. I'm not going to add any seasoning to this. I'm going to wait until I add the tomato sauce. In the meantime, I'm going to scrape up the spaghetti squash, and then once the sauce is ready, I'm going to add the squash in there, and it'll be a complete meal. I'm thinking maybe some just garlic toast under the broiler quickly. Don't overcrowd your pan. The searing happens much nicer when you don't overcrowd the pan. So there's the spaghetti squash. I did add a pat of butter and a tablespoon of Parmigiano Reggiano. And then to the sauce, I added 2 tablespoons of classic Sargento ricotta. And I'm going to go out to the garden and get some fresh parsley, because I think it needs a little something vibrant. And then I'll taste the sauce and see if it needs any salt or pepper. And then it's time to bowl, plate, toast, garlic toast, and then eat. Okay, I'm picking parsley by flashlight. So I'm going to grab a little bit to add into the sauce. Well, that's it. There's a bowl of spaghetti squash with a Morningstar mushroom burger and Italian tomato ricotta sauce, which is all vegetarian and perfect for Meatless Monday. I'm going to call it a night. We're going to go enjoy our dinner, And don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching.